everyone, welcome back to our channel today. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a movie review. It's been a few days since I did a movie review, probably actually more like 2 or 3 months. And I do have some movies picked out for you over here. The movies that I'm going to be reviewing for you today are all comedies. These are some of my favorite movies. Got them right here. As usual, I always have notes to give you the information about the movies. Get them arranged in order. Okay, I'm ready to do the movie review. Now, the first movie that I'm going to be reviewing for you is a very cute little comedy movie. It's called Sister Act. Make sure I don't, it's kind of a glare on there. The movie was made in 1992. It's rated PG. The stars in it are Whoopi Goldberg, Maggie Smith, Harvey Keitel, and others. Now, in this movie, Whoopi plays a girl who is hiding from the mob. And I forget the reason she's running and hiding. But anyway, she decides that a really good place to hide would be in the convent. So she checks into the convent and pretends to be a nun. And while there, she turns into the choir director and starts leading them in singing because she worked in a lounge as a singer. So she knows how to sing. And Kathy Najimy's in it. I forgot. Her name wasn't on the listing of people that was in it. But the mob is trying to get her, so she hides in the convent and becomes a fake nun to hide from the mob. Really cute movie. I enjoyed this one. A lot of you probably already seen Sister Act. There is actually a second one called Sister Act 2. I don't know that I have a copy of it in my library. I would check. But I do have the regular Sister Act. Now this next one, Raising Arizona. It is 1987. It's PG-13. It stars Nicolas Cage, Holly Hunter, and John Goodman. Now, Nick Cage plays a criminal who's in prison, and he meets up with Holly Hunter, who plays a prison security guard there. They fall in love, and when he serves his time and gets out, they become married and decide to lead an honest life. And they want to have a baby. Well, they find out that she cannot have a baby because she's fertile. So they decide to steal the baby. Well, they steal the baby from a guy who has a furniture store there called Unpainted Arizona. I think that's the name of his business. I think it is. Anyway, these people have like, I think they had like 4 babies. Quadruplets, is that what they're called? Dog jumped up. Quintuplets, it says on the back, quintuplets. So they decide to steal one of the babies from them. And everything's going along fine until people begin to realize that that's not their baby. And they're threatening to take the baby away or expose him to the cops for the reward. And all kinds of people get involved in it. John Goodman plays one of the people who he was in prison with and became friends. And they break out of prison. They come to his house to hide from the cops and find out that he's got that baby there. So they're going to try to take the baby and get a reward back from the people who they steal the baby. Very funny little movie. I loved it the first time I saw it, so I got a copy from my library. Raising Arizona. Now this next movie is not a very well-known movie. I come across it, I think, one time at a yard sale. And I read the back of it, and it sounded kind of interesting. So I bought it because I think it was like $1. And I thought, well, you know, you'd pay more than $1 to get into the movies. And you might not like it even then. So for $1, I'll buy it. It's PG-13. It was made in 1989. Trying to get the glare off it. It has Robert De Niro, Sean Penn, and this is a really neat role for Sean Penn to be in. Demi Moore, Hoyt Axton, Bruno Kirby, and James Russo. Now, what happens in this, these guys escape from prison. Seems like the movies I'm reviewing today are about prison escapees. But anyway, they escape from prison and they also go to a convent and pretend to be priests. Now, this particular convent is expecting these two priests to come there that wrote a book to discuss their book. So they pretend like they're them. They don't know nothing about what they're doing. They're just kind of playing it by ear. Demi Moore plays like the local town prostitute. And they kind of hook up with her. She doesn't figure out who they are, but she's just not going to have anything to do with them until they give her $5. So they take lead in prayer. They say prayers that they make up. And the funny part I thought was when they were getting there, they found some clothes on a clothesline. So they stole the clothes off the clothesline and put them on. And one of the pieces of clothing had a clothespin on the back that they forgot to take off. Well, when they get to the parish, one of the other parishioners asked them, I think it's Sean Penn, why they had a clothespin. And he says, it's because I want to be reminded that I could be snatched away at any time. And this other parishioner thinks, so that seems like a pretty good thing. So he starts wearing a clothespin on the back of his shirt. It's really good. It didn't get a lot of publicity. I don't remember hearing anything about it until I actually bought the movie at the yard sale. But I enjoy it so much. I get it out once every couple of years and watch it again. Now, this next movie here has been on TV a lot. Three Amigos. It's PG-13. It's from 1999. It stars Martin Short, Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, Alfonso Aru, Tony Plana, and Patrice Martinez. And these three guys here are movie actors that play the Three Amigos. And they end up losing their job working for this movie theater. And they get a telegraph from this lady who lives in a village in Mexico who's being terrorized by these bandidos. And they think it's an invitation to come there and put on a performance. Because they think, oh, these people have seen how good we are. And they want us to come there and put on a little show. So they steal their clothes back from the studio and they go there to put on a performance. Only to find out that this girl has hired them to fight off this real crook. And they know nothing about fighting in real life. They're just actors. That's all they know how to do is act. But they find out they're dodging real bullets and running from a real crook. And it turns really funny real fast. The Three Amigos, one of my favorite movies to watch. I love it. I love this movie. Now, the last one that I'm going to show you, this movie is just so stupid and crazy and dumb that it's funny and likable. It really is. Napoleon Dynamite. This is the goofiest movie ever made, I believe. It has a PG rating. It came out in 2006. It stars John Heder, John Grives, Aaron Rule, Efren Ramirez, Tina Majorino, and Diedrich Bader. And it's kind of hard to describe it because it doesn't really have a plot or any theme to it or anything. But this guy plays like a high school kid. And he meets up with this boy who's not very popular, and he makes friends with him, and he's wanting to take a girl to the prom, and they're trying to figure out the best way to ask the girl to the prom, and um, then they run for vice president of the school. It's just a whole bunch of hijinks that make it funny. His uncle comes there. His uncle used to be a really big football player, but he's not anymore. But he has videos of when he was a football player, and just all kinds of funny things happen. And like I said, it's just so downright stupid and crazy and dumb that it's a funny movie. Highly recommend that you see Napoleon Dynamite. And so that's it for my movie review of 3 or 5 of the funniest movies that are in my library that I enjoy watching and have watched many, many times. And I think you will enjoy them too. And in case you notice in a different light about me, I'm actually using my ring light. I figured out a way to hook it up because I had ordered from Temu one of the little plug-in jacks that use the USB port to use with a desk lamp that I had bought to take to work, and it didn't work. It didn't work out at work. That's a tongue twister. The desk lamp wasn't any good at work, and I may end up putting that in one of my giveaways. But it used the USB plug, and so I had to get a USB plug-in, and so I bought one. I do still have the extension cord coming. The extension cord would be a lot better because using this plug, I was only able to use the cord, which is like, so long, which means I have to stay plugged in close to the area where I'm filming. So that's why I've got my ring light plugged up. So if you notice anything different, that's what it is. Thank you guys for coming to watch this video. Enjoyed having you. Maybe you will enjoy watching these movies. And y'all come back and see us anytime. Bye for this one.